All right, Karion Kross and the Final Testament. This whole storyline, that old gag. Well, first off, Karion Kross was cutting this promo, and I realized something, and I realized why Karion Kross isn't. I don't think he's catching on, and it's a very simple, superficial answer. But Karion Kross just doesn't have a memorable look. It's like every time I see him, I have to be reminded, oh yeah, that's Karion Kross. And maybe I'm just an idiot, but and I know he changes up his look every now and then, and he's like, I think he's having a hard time finding a look. That's why he keeps shaving and then having a beard, and then he has a mustache one week, and then I think he's trying to find a memorable look, and he's having a hard time finding it. And I realized that when I was watching this promo, he just looks like a dude. He almost looks like Drew McIntyre when he was in 3MB before he grew the beard and all that stuff. Like, he has this just not memorable face, Karion Kross. And that's where I was like looking at, I was like, maybe he is decent on the mic, and maybe he does have a character. It could just be his look that's fucking it up. He just can't find that look. I know that's a superficial answer, but I think that is an important thing. But anyway, AOP takes on the New Day, Kofi Kingston returning. They basically have this match, and you know, more or less it breaks down into this this another schmoz. Love that word, goddamn. And basically this new guy comes out, Odyssey Jones. Now, I've never heard of Odyssey Jones. Actually, I've heard the name before. I've just never seen him wrestle or anything. But Odyssey Jones comes out to save the New Day. Comes out. Now, I was rather impressed by Odyssey Jones, I'll be honest. Just because of that double sidewalk slam that he did on AOP. Picks up both members of AOP in a fucking sidewalk slam. Holds them there for at least, you know, a second or two, and drops them. It wasn't even like an illusion thing. He literally held them there. That was fucking amazing. But yeah, basically he comes out to save the New Day, and the part that was very interesting, and I've been pointing this out, and I know a lot of people have been seeing this too, but for a while they've been playing up this little thing where, you know, Kofi and Xavier, and it's been very subtle, and they've been doing it quite well to where I don't think a lot of people have noticed it, but Kofi and Xavier have been, you know, not on the same page as of late. And it's little things where, you know, Kofi will cut off Xavier in a promo, and you'll see Xavier make a face like, and then he'll kind of move on. Like, or Xavier's about to accept a challenge, and Kofi will jump in and go, yeah, he's going to fight me. And, you know, Xavier will be like, all right, well, that's that then. But they did something, it wasn't even subtle this time, where Odyssey Jones and Kofi are in the back, and they're all in arms. They're happy about what happened. They're showing that they have a good friendship. Kofi and Odyssey Jones, and then Xavier kind of comes into the picture, and he's playing off that he's a little bit uncomfortable by Odyssey Jones being there. And I don't know if it's that he's a little jealous of Kofi's new friendship, or if it was that Kofi didn't tell Xavier that Odyssey Jones was there to be their backup, and he kind of kept him out of the loop on that. Either way, it showed that New Day isn't on the same page right now. And it also shows that Karion Kross, it's kind of proving him to be right throughout this whole thing. So Karion Kross is being proven right that Kofi is a little bit of a tension whore, and he kind of isn't on the same page with Xavier when it comes to New Day business. So they're kind of sowing the seeds of dissension there between, or they've been doing that for a while. The more astute wrestling fans probably have been peeping that for a while. Honestly, Wonder kind of pointed that out to me. And then when he pointed it out to me, I started realizing, oh yeah, they are doing that. But yeah, they've been doing that quite well. I got to give them credit. I do appreciate details and slow builds, and I got to say, Xavier is really good at playing off those little things, those little subtle details of not being comfortable with stuff. And I guess it's easy for him to do it because his character is super hype. So all he does have to do is kind of come in and be a little more like, what's going on over here? So, and be a little more skeptical. So it's almost like the power of positivity thing is starting to wear thin with him. And yeah, I appreciate the fact that it's also making Karion Kross correct in this whole thing. And does it lead to Xavier actually joining forces with the Final Testament? Now, I'm not so sure, because they are playing up this thing of Xavier kind of going with the Alpha Academy. Now I'm not so sure because I have a different prediction with the Alpha Academy, but Xavier could play into it. Why not? But I could see Xavier maybe kind of going along with the Alpha Academy instead of Final Testament and breaking away from Kofi, but still, maybe remaining a sort of a baby face. I don't know if they could pull that off, but I don't know if Xavier could really pull off a heel gimmick. I'm not so sure, but maybe that's because he's convinced me so much with his babyface gimmick that he could because he's good at playing off those little details of being sort of a jealous asshole when he wants to be, if that's what he's playing up. Because I could see it being more of like, hey, Kofi, you're not supposed to leave that out for me. I should have known that Odyssey was going to be here. I should have, like, they even played up that he didn't even know that Kofi and Odyssey were friends, because they're like, oh yeah, we became friends at the PC when I was injured. So it's definitely, there's a division going on there.